So you became a revolutionary even in the school and continue to do it film after film. You're always inventing new ways of seeing things, or how your audience will see things different way. How you would describe your style?
I mean, without any doubt, my predecessors are in cinema, as I mentioned to you, Greg Toland, Gianni Venanzo, and Aldo Graziati, no doubt. The mixing of the three of them was almost what became my style, in a sense that what I add to the revolutionary vision of Gianni Venanzo, to the painting look of Aldo, through the kind of surrealistic lighting of Greg Toland, I add the concept of telling the story. So to me, it was very, very important, the meaning of the word cinematography. It's coming from photography, in Greek is light writing, writing with light. And I love so much this term because it's telling me that I'm not a photographer. I'm not a painter. I'm something that I'm trying to write with light a given story. Very clear. For me, the camera is like my pen when I write. I have to write with the camera. And that's in the way that we were used to work in Italy, particularly from the young generation with Bernardo Bertolucci. Bernardo Bertolucci, I met him when he was 22. I was 23 years old. I was an assistant with him. He was the one with his own finder. He was going to design the shot by shot in very specific way, and nobody else can come into this kind of description. Is his literature. When I started to be his cinematographer on Spider Strategy, we make very clear what he was. He was selecting the space and the rhythm of the space. I was responsible for the language of light. So he was writing with the camera, I was writing with the light. Very clear, without any doubt.
What do you enjoy the most of being cinematographer?
Many times somebody asked me, if you could not be a cinematographer, what you could be? I don't know, honestly, I don't know another professional. Because since I was very, very young, at 7 years old, my father, as a projectionist, came to our house and in the little garden, screened to myself, to my brothers, a little short film of Charlie Chaplin. And that was my first impression of cinema. Since then, I was working sometime with him at work, and I was looking at a movie that he was screening. And later I started to study photography. The mystery of the revelation of image was incredible for me. That was a great images. When I did my first film in 1968, Giovinezza, Giovinezza, for how much I was knowledgeable, I did 9 years of study of cinematography. And I was already did 6, 7 years as a camera operator. I did only 2 films as an assistant. I was quite knowledgeable. I did several short films as a cinematographer as well. I remember the emotion when I was watching the screen, I was seeing that line coming, I would see the number 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, boom, the first image. Seeing that image on the screen was such a great emotion you cannot believe. What can you do? It's an emotion. The fact that you can able to transfer your knowledge to mechanical elements on something very more and more less materic, because now it's digital, the image. But you're able to transfer your concept. And that's the most important thing.
And on what stage of your work with script you start to think about visual references? Do you?
Probably when you dream. Not necessarily when you read the first time. Probably it's happened maybe in other moment, and you start to feel that those main concepts, as we said before, how can be visualized? Because probably this is our professional. How to visualize using the instrument of vision to, like the musicians do with the instrument of music, like the writer using his own word, how we can use the visual element to making aware in front to an audience about those kind of concepts. Step by step you find some reference, maybe you're looking at some painting, maybe you're looking at a photograph, you have to do your own research. Step by step you add in an element after an element If you see my script, it's that big. The script normally is like that, because everything that I found that can be appropriate for me to make a reference, I put in every single scene, every single scene, in order to creating this mosaic. That's the difference between photography and cinematography. In photography, you express yourself with these images. In cinematography, these images have to move. So you need literature knowledge, because you need to tell a story in the beginning, in development, at the end. But not only that, but you need also to know music, because you need the rhythm, different rhythm for different sequence. And the rhythm cannot be like that. Music doesn't work in this way. Music works in different ways, different waves. So when you're putting together images, words, and music, probably you're creating a good balanced film.